Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 3 continued, conclusion, conclusion continued. During the peak of COVID-19, I decided to move to Bemidji, Minnesota. Bemidji, Minnesota is a small town in northern Minnesota that is in the northern woods of Minnesota. Bemidji, Minnesota is not a town that you want to be in the winter, unless you are into negative temperatures and gray skies. It can be very depressing in the winter, take my word. In the summer though, it is a different story. Summertime in Bemidji, Minnesota is very beautiful, and there's a lot to do. It is the state of 10,000 lakes and forests and rivers. Therefore, I had a lot of freedom in Minnesota due to the COVID-19 cases being so low because it was such a small town. There wasn't many COVID cases around, and my parents trusted me to hang out with my couple friends more often than I could here, because here little cases were a lot worse. In Bemidji, if you are not active outdoors and do not go outside, you will be very bored because there is nothing to do. So me and my friends started exploring a bit around the city in the wilderness. We would just go on hikes around the city. There's a bunch of hiking trails and a bunch of things to do outdoors in the little city of Bemidji, which has around 15,000 people. Me and my friends started watching these YouTubers by the name of Shy and Craig Adams. Shy is a YouTuber that lives in Europe, and he travels around the country on train or by foot or in bike. He has explored many ghost towns, he has explored Chernobyl, and he has just hiked and explored a bunch of different cool locations around Europe. Craig Adams is another YouTuber that goes on these hikes and goes on specific hiking trails around the country in these beautiful destinations, such as Peru, Nepal, and many other destinations as well. One day, me and my friend were watching these YouTubers, and we decided to plan a trip to a state park in Minnesota to go camping. It was a state park in East Minnesota, which had beautiful waterfalls, a very big drawbridge, a bunch of nice camping sites, and a bunch of hiking trails. We ended up preparing for our journey and waited about a month. And then when the day comes, we go around the area, we go to Walmart, we buy all our essential supplies, and we go to the camping spot. 3 hours later, we're finally there, and we start our journey. When we get to the park, we were so excited to start. We would hike over 20 miles while we were there in total. We would pass by the dense forests, the flowing rivers, and some majestic waterfalls. In the morning, we would wake up, pack our bags with food, drinks, supplies, and any other essential items that was needed for the hikes, and we would go on these long hikes in these beautiful forests. We would come home at nighttime with our headlamps on and hike in the dark, and that made the experience so much fun because in the daytime you can see everything and see in the forest, and in the night it's pitch black, just your headlamp focused on the trail, and it was pretty, it was a little spooky, but that's what made it so much fun. We found that taking these hikes took out a lot of stress in our lives and a lot of anxiety, and just helped with our mental health overall, and mainly our physical health as well, because we were hiking so much and hiking for long periods of times. That's when I knew my passion was hiking. Hiking really made me happy and really just made me have a new perspective on life, and just made me enjoy the littler things in life, such as nature, and how pretty our country is, and how pretty the destinations are in our country. Hiking isn't for everyone, but I feel as if everyone should hike at least once to determine if it's for them or not, because it can really help with your mental health and physical health. It also gives you a whole new perspective on nature, like I said, and you just really appreciate nature way more. Since then, I've gone to hike all around the country in places like Colorado, Utah, Hawaii, Oregon, Arizona, and of course Nevada, and some other states as well. My end goal is to eventually hike every national park in the country even if that's by the time I'm 50 years old, as long as I get it done. I have been to around 6 to 7 national parks as of right now, and I have many more to go, but I'm so excited to continue the journey.